Thank you for tuning in, folks. This is Leith Mohammad, your host with the most, and you're currently tuning into HIST 473. This news station is obviously unbiased. I don't know where you would see a bias at. Besides the point, today we are talking about the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. Today we will be talking more so about the Gaza Strip. For some of you who may not know, a quick rundown. The Gaza Strip is currently under military occupation. It is located on the northeastern border of Egypt, so it's connected to the Rafah crossing. Currently, under the COVID-19 pandemic, yes, pandemic, it has been declared a pandemic by the World Health Organization. There are about 15 confirmed cases, and this may seem like very minuscule, and you would think that this is not really a big ordeal. But if you factor everything else in, you would understand why people are panicking, why Palestinians are looking at this as a major crisis and are trying to take it as serious as possible. And there's currently a lockdown in place, well, an unofficial lockdown in place. Before the pandemic, there was a 50% unemployment rate, and now due to the pandemic, there is a 70% unemployment rate. So as you see, this pandemic is just overwhelming the Palestinian people. And just to quote the United Nations, Representative Scammell has stated, and Gaza has only 87 adult intensive care beds with ventilators for its 2 million people, meaning its health service would be overwhelmed if just 2,000 or so got sick. 2,000. If 2,000 people got sick, the healthcare system in the Gaza Strip would literally collapse. Just to put that in perspective, more than 2,000 have died in the United States due to COVID-19. So this only gets worse, which is why they're trying to take it as serious as possible. But some Palestinians have looked at this as from a dark humor perspective, and have actually gone on social media and thanked Israel for their military occupation, and have thanked them for keeping the virus out, and thanked them for secluding them from the world, and which is why they have been one of the last populations to get infected. Only recently seeing cases about 2 or so weeks ago. Mr. Scammell warns that this outbreak is devastating to the Palestinian people because they wouldn't have anywhere to go. You have to keep in mind that at one point in time, the Gaza Strip was considered the most densely populated area on Earth. Now, with that many densely populated people, the outbreak would only spread so quickly in a matter of days, and many people would get infected, many would get sick, and many will die. No ifs and buts about it. And there's literally nowhere to go. It has been called an open air prison, and so you have to understand that people have literally nowhere to go. There's no, they can't go, they can't run away. If they try, some people, he's warned that he fears that some Palestinian people in the Gaza Strip will try to run away and try to hop the fence to the Israeli side, and he warns that this will only cause obviously more deaths, because the Israeli IDF, the Israeli Defense Force, has been known to shoot and maim Palestinians that have tried to hop the fence before. Their snipers have shot countless people in the legs, has handicapped so many innocents, murdered many innocents. So with this outbreak, many will try to flee and will only get shot down. So it would, like, to put it in perspective, it would look something like Germany, for example, during the Cold War, right after World War II. People trying to hop the fence in Berlin, people trying to hop the fence, just getting shot. And that is our first episode. Thank you for tuning in. That is just the current COVID-19 crisis in the Gaza Strip. Any questions, please submit them. Thank you. Have a good weekend.